Guess what, Dad? I'm stealing your show. All I need is a beard.
Hey everyone, welcome to Stuffin' Things 02. Well, I know that might be offensive to some. That is only offensive to Craig Marshall. All right, Craig, that's meant for you that way. Everyone else, I am just number 2. Love you, Craig. Okay, so Stuffin' Things is where I talk about stuffin' things. It's usually going to be a place where I go through some of your comments, I answer some questions, I share some different things that I'm working on or not working on. Let's start with some comments first. So on YouTube, Pete Stewartson, thank you very much for your comment. And you know, telling us the story that 10 years ago you started to give up on what you were starting to build as a wedding photographer there in the UK. You said, I was doing okay, but then I started the self-doubt as my photos didn't look as great as theirs. The weather was crappy. They seemed to have weddings every weekend with what looked like models. The market here seemed to be on a race to the bottom price-wise. You continue, I was so full of fear and self-doubt about being able to make it. I wasn't good enough. I didn't know what I was doing. All the things I've said to myself. I stopped searching for work. I put down my cameras. I have struggled ever since with depression and anxiety in near everything I do since. I feel you, Pete. Totally. I have been through that cycle a number of times. I'm sometimes surprised that I'm still a photographer, to be honest with you. So you bought that Z6, started shooting, started to feel better, but then you're like, you know, I'm too old at 44 to start again. You're not too old to start at 44. You're not. You say, I'm still crap. I don't know how to get going again. I'm going to address that how to get going again in an upcoming video on burnout. So Pete, I want you to keep your head up, keep your pecker up, as they say there in the UK. I understand the self-doubt and the loathing and the anxiety, and I'm not going to be the person who just says, well, just, you know, go out and make it. And just do it. Just do it. Like, because that's a, like, F you. Like, don't tell me to just do it. Stay tuned for my next burnout video. So EJ Session, you wrote into me. You said, you know, maybe while the majority of us are working from home, you could do photography assignments. Like, I like that idea. In fact, I like it so much that I put the first video up yesterday for a kids assignment. So if you're stuck at home with kids and you got a camera, get your kids involved and have them take some pictures of one of their favorite toys or a bunch of toys or whatever. I'm already starting to get some cool pictures coming in. Check this one out. So Sophie, who's 14 from the UK, said, my dad showed me your video, so I took a photograph of my Playmobil pirate ship. I used blue jumpers and trousers for the ocean and a white t-shirt for the foam on top of the waves. Like, here's the original image. Then she said, I used Photoshop to smear the colors together to make it look more like waves. My dad let me stay up really late to finish as there is no school at the moment. Sophie is so awesome. Look at her final picture. Thank you for sending that. I'm looking forward to seeing more cool photos from your kids. So EJ, thank you for writing that in, and I would like to do more assignments, and the problem is I don't really have any ideas for assignments. So if any of you have an assignment idea that'd be like, oh, this would be so cool for all of us to work on while we're, you know, quarantined, please leave a comment below, and we'll see if we can't work out an assignment or two during all of this. All right, Kier, is it Kier? I hope I'm saying that. Mr. Briscoe, you wrote in on YouTube that you are currently at your lowest point. Yeah, my heart breaks for you. I know this is tough. I got you. I understand. I see you. I'm sorry things are so tough. Please hold on. Find someone you trust that you can talk to get you through this. It's gonna be all right, man. I know. I get it. I get that whole tunnel vision thing too. Like you just stare at something. And then what I do is I know I should be working on something. I know I should be trying to make a difference in my life and get something going. And then I don't, and I just stare at the screen, or I get lost in thought for far too long. And then I start feeling guilty because I'm not doing anything and I'm wasting all my time and I should be doing stuff. And that wasted day turns into a wasted week, and that turns into a wasted month. I'm like, I haven't done anything all month. I haven't done anything for 2 months. Like I really need to be doing this and this and this. And it's all the things that we know we should be doing. And that depression, when it hits, yeah. Love you, man. So in my last Stuff and Things, I said, would you guys be interested in seeing my YouTube stats? And pretty much everyone who commented said, yes, let's look at the stats. Frank Romero said, yes, data, my stats are 0 at the moment. I have less than 1,000 users. So Frank, you gave me an idea for something that I'll talk to you about in a minute. Now, Michael Matthews, you wrote in saying, viewer stats, yeah, interesting, but it risks slipping into the how much money I make on YouTube genre, morbidly fascinating, but ultimately leaving the viewer feeling analyzed and manipulated. Unnecessary, maybe just quietly forget to get around to it. I love that last line. And Michael, you're absolutely correct. I do not want to talk about stats and have any of you viewing this as you are being analyzed and manipulated. So I'm with you, Michael, on that. I do not want to turn this into you feeling analyzed and manipulated. But on my end, I'm looking at, okay, the time and I'm taking to shoot and the time I'm taking to edit, I need to find a return on this investment somehow. And so for the first time in my life, I'm starting to say, okay, let me look at these stats. And honestly, I don't know how to read them. I do know, however, that some of you watching this are stat junkies, or you're smart about stats. You understand statistics and the behind the scenes of, a YouTube channel, let's say, and you will be able to give me good information that I can use moving forward. I don't want to just simply make videos for views. I do have this one idea for some videos though. So Michael, I hope you're still watching, and I would love to continue the conversation and let me know what you think, because I think that you are speaking to a part of me that is also saying the same thing. So let's look at my stats. Now, the first stat that I'm going to show you are just my views here on YouTube for the last year. Look at this. It looks like the Dubai skyline, like desert Dubai. It's clear that if you don't make new content, you won't get many views. You'll see the same thing in watch time. So this is the last year of my YouTube channel, 1.9 million minutes of watch time. And that big spike is thanks to like ISO 1200 and petapixel and f-stoppers. Thank you so much, y'all, for sharing my content. And subscribers. I mean, it looks exactly like view time, and it looks exactly like everything else. It's like you don't make content, no one shows up. My initial gut reaction to looking at these first few charts is one of fear and anxiety. I think because I look at it like I make content, boom, 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 boom. I don't put anything out for a few days and off the cliff it goes. If I want that to constantly be spiking, I constantly have to be making shareable content. And guess what? I can't keep up with that. Oh God, what am I doing? I'm now going to have to lay awake at night wondering what next YouTube video I make to make sure that my numbers stay really elevated like that. So what I'm doing is stopping, breathing. I'm just gonna make the content I wanna make and just try to be consistent with that. All right, let's look in the dashboard here. So this is my dashboard in YouTube Studio, 1.4 million minutes in watch time, 151,000 views. I've picked up 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. And my estimated revenue is $379.07. I worked that out. That's something like 0.002 cents per view. That's not too bad. That'll pay a, electric bill and buy a few groceries. So let's jump into it some more. So another statistic that's giving me a little anxiety is this average view duration. So it's sitting at like 9 minutes, 13 seconds. And I'm thinking, okay, so people watch about half of my video and move on. And that makes me start to get anxious again and start like fretting. Should I make my videos smaller? Should I cut them into multiple parts? I would like your feedback on that. Part of me says if I look too much at that, then that is going to change how I do content. And basically, listen, I want to sit down and talk about a topic or a subject, and I don't want to be watching a counter. And I do already. I'm already aware of how long my videos can be. So I am aware of keeping things concise and bringing it down. But I'd like your feedback on that. So this is an interesting one to me, and I'm not sure what to do with it. It is a stat I would like to change. So the last 28 days, I've had 3.8 million impressions, which, cool. So that means my thumbnail popped up in front of someone's face 3.8 million times. Of those 3 million impressions, I was able to convert 2% of them to click-throughs. Like, what's this thumbnail? I'll click it, I'll see. Is that a horrendous, horrible number? Is 2% a pretty good number? That's the other thing I need help with these statistics of like, you may say, Zach, 2%, that's great. Like, you're fine at 2%. Or you may be like, no, you should show a little more skin, Zach, and try to get that number to 10%. Or, hey, come to my YouTube channel. Speaking of, come to my YouTube channel, audience, 96.2% male and 3.8% female. That is abysmal. I really want to change that number. I mean, if I could get it 70-30 at this point. Ladies, if you're watching this, if you could give me your feedback of why you think that number is what it is, I would love to hear from you. Age range. Someone made a comment on one of my videos this week. Zack Arias, YouTube for grown-ups. I was like, I laughed. I'm like, that's fine. So these are the top countries. That's to be expected. Subtitles. I want to get into subtitles, but I don't know how to do that. If any of you are like, oh, dude, this is how you do subtitles. And I found some apps and things, but they're like limited to like, 3 minutes. Like, that's not going to work on my channel. Traffic source types, suggested videos, channel pages, I don't know. I'm not too interested in this. External sources, Facebook, f-stoppers, petapixel. Ooh, f-stoppers. You beat out petapixel. Look at that. I think petapixel, I think you ought to maybe pick up more of my videos, because look, f-stoppers they're beating you. Shout out to my f-stopper crew. Shout out to Petapixel. I love you guys. ISO 1200, DIY photography. Thank you so much. These are hard, trying times for us people. I love you. Is that still recording?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
These numbers are counting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I sitting at time-wise right now?
31 minutes.
Jesus. So this one's kind of funny. The top videos suggesting my content. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5G high band dangers and reality. I haven't even watched that video yet. He's got some Alien B gear.
Look up this classified government project called Project Bazaar.
52,000 views. Man, this guy's got 213,000 subscribers. Huh, okay. I'm going to go watch this video. Playlists. Should I start making playlists? I don't know. Should I have some playlists, but I'd never paid any attention to playlists. Is that a thing I should do? And is that playlists of just my material? Or do I do playlists of other things I'm watching, like the dangers of 5G? Interactive content. This is the other thing that I'm like, I don't even know. Teaser clicks per card teaser shown. I have no idea what cards are. I know I can Google them. That's probably what I will do. Like, what are YouTube cards? Is that important? Is that important? I don't know. Is it not? These are number of times my playlists were viewed, I guess. And those are my playlists. So I don't know. Should I do that? Is that something I need to do? Those are my stats. I'm really interested to hear from y'all what you think of all that. I want to make the content that I want to make. So, last couple, just a few quick little things here. So, back to you, Frank Romero. That gave me an idea. So, if you, watching this, have a YouTube channel that you are producing content for and are trying to get it off the ground, and you have fewer than 1,000 subscribers, please reply in the comments below. And I'm going to go and look up your YouTube channel and like channels I think are pretty great. I'm going to share that on my channel. So let's all help each other out, right? So if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, I want to see it. So even though he has 1,500 subscribers, I do want to give a shout out to Street Shots. Street Shots, I've been enjoying your channel. Fuji Street Shooter here in Atlanta. I love watching your videos because like I know that street, I know that street, I know that street. And you have made me feel so bad and guilty this week because I tell people all the time that Atlanta is not a street photography city. I tell them that all the time. Well, you know, we're not pedestrian friendly. Everyone's in cars. Like, there's just not a lot to shoot on the street. And you're out here all the time shooting street in Atlanta. And you just like, STFU, Zack, you can shoot street in Atlanta. I mentioned it in a comment to you, but then the comment kind of got buried. So I'm just going to publicly say it out here. If you'd like to do a collaboration once all of this COVID stuff like blows over and we're back to life as normal, I'd love to go hang out with you and shoot streets and we'll make a video or something out of it. Like, if you're up for that, hit me in the comments and then I'll get you my email address or something. We'll chat, we'll talk. Oh, I forgot to screenshot it. Someone wrote that the ring light was a little distracting in my eyes. So I'm hoping this video is better. What I've done is I've taken the ring light, turned it around to my blinds here, closed the blinds, and now I'm banging it off of this, and hopefully that weird little ring light is not showing up here. Oh, shit, that died. Arthur, you watching? So Arthur, in my kids assignment video, I specifically used this book hoping you would see the video so that I could thank you from the bottom of my heart for this book that you mailed to me some while ago. This was the 7th of November 2015, and I'm not sure if I ever got back to you to thank you or not. 2015 probably didn't. That was a time. But yes, thank you. So I pulled this book out hoping you'd see that video. You commented, you're like, hey, that's the book I sent you. Yes, it is the book you sent me. I'm glad you saw it. That makes me happy. That book makes me happy. That brings us to the end of this Stuff and Things. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please share, please subscribe, please like, please comment. I read all of your comments. I may not be able to reply to all of them, but if you see a thumbs up from my account, I have read it and I have noted it. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna get another box of wine. Don't judge me.